Yo, what is up, guys? BravoYGO here, coming at you with another video. And today I am bringing you guys my updated Plunder Patrol deck profile. Really excited to bring this to you guys. I am proxying one card in the extra deck. I just cannot find it. I just tell you guys what it is. It's Talon Great Almirage. So nothing too crazy. I just have misplaced my Almirage. I cannot find. I cannot find. I probably let somebody borrow it or something and forgot. But this is the updated plunder list. Let's jump right into it, starting with the main deck. I believe the main deck is at 42. So let's get into it. We have 3 Whitebeard, 3 Red Beard. Let me scoot that over for you guys. Here we go. 3 Red Beard, 3 of the Blue Beard, and 3 of the Golden Hair. And lastly, we have 3 Black Eyes. Pretty standard here. I would say that. Most people play 2 of this. I like 3. At least game 1, I like 3. I like to maximize on the plunder names. Post side, I feel like I always cut this down to 2. But pretty standard stuff. You need as many plunder names as possible, as you guys know how plunders work. You need plunder names in hand to get their extra deck monsters effects off. That's the cost. You need to discard a plunder. So we like to play as many as possible. At least I do. Glad we got these ultra upgrades. Rarity bumps for these 2 cards. I think they look super nice. The blue beard and the golden hair. Now we just need a rarity bump for our black eyes here, and we'll be straight. We'll be Gucci. We all shiny. But that is it for the plunder monsters. We just maxed out on all of them. Moving on, we are playing the Brave / Adventurer package, or whatever you want to call it. So we do have 3 right, a Wandering Griffin Rider, and a Plunder Patrol Captain Illegal Knight. That's what I like to call it, because this card is absolutely insane in this deck, bro. Literally, what you do, you get your token out, your adventure token out, you special summon this, you target 2 cards they control, bounce that to their hand, and you give them this Illegal Knight, which then gives your opponent a dark monster, so you can go into more. It's wild. So you remove 2 cards on their field, from their field back to their hand, and you give yourself a dark target for more work. And if you haven't used Draco back, you can just Draco back, bounce the Illegal Knight back to your hand. And so you can do it again, all again next turn. Like, and it is a quick effect. The target to the bounce is a quick effect while you control the adventure token. This card is insane, bro. Such a crazy card for plunders. Such a crazy card for plunders. Moving on to the hand traps. Hand traps can really be whatever you want. It's really just a meta call. These are the ones I'm running. I'm running it right now. 3 Ash. Probably the best hand trap in the game right now. I don't think Ash has ever been more impactful than it is right now, with against Brand Fusion and cards like that. 3 Veiler, 2 Nib, and 2 Crow. These are the hand traps that I'm running. I am not running Infinite Impermanence strictly because we draw off of our Blackbeard. This guy in the extra deck. We draw off of Blackbeard. And if I'm drawing off of Blackbeard, I either want to A, draw a plunder name, or draw a hand trap. That's what I wanna those are the things I wanna draw. And drawing into Infinite Impermanence on your opponent's turn is not great. Because you can't play it, it's dead. Because you have monsters on the field. So I think I'm playing Veilers over Imperms for that reason. But you can't go bad with Imperm. There are advantages to Imperm, like just having spot negation on your turn. Let's say you open Imperm, you don't use it on your opponent's turn, you draw into it or something. Having spot negation on your turn for problem monsters is fine, is pretty good as well. Two Crow for the Despia matchup to stop their branded in red and their branded banishment. You just banish the target from grave. It turns the card effect off. and 2 Nib. I feel like Plunders, you have to play Nibiru. But I'm not playing 3 because, again, Despia is a deck and Nib is not great against Despia. But I think the card is too good not to play. Because you clear your opponent's like board away, but you also give them a light token. You give them a light token, which is amazing. So you can make your list on your turn. If you want to see how to use Nib in Plunder Patrol, check out my last Plundering the Platinum video. The one before last, episode 7, had made a crazy play with the plungers. With the plungers and Nib. That is it for the monsters. Moving on to our spell cards. 3 of the best cards in our deck. It also got a rarity upgrade. Ooh, the Ultra looks super nice. I feel like the Ultras out of Ghost from the Path are like kind of darker. I don't know, bro. They look super clean to me though. Finally got ready to upgrade to our plunders. But 3 of the Shipyard, best card in our deck. This card literally says, any card in your hand, make it a Plunder Patrol card. Like, you discard any card, add a Plunder card. And it also gives 500 attack for every plunder to your Plunder monsters for every spell and Plunder card you have in your spell and trap card zone. Your plunders, between this and Brain, your Plunder monsters get really, really large. Now we have the rest of the Avenger package, 3 right, a Faithful, and the Draco back. Pretty standard here. Nothing too much to explain. We all know what the Adventure package does at this point. Super crazy and Plunder. Really, a whole lot of synergy there. And next, we have just like utility cards, the Terraform to get to the field spell, the Foolish Burial to dump either Enchantress to get to that, or also I found myself sometimes dumping like a Whitebeard or like a Plunder name to add back off of Black Eyes. So that's a thing. And we have Called by the Grave. As you guys know, Ash Blossom and Joy Spring is this deck's worst nightmare. So if we have a way to stop that, we're gonna play it. So yes. And lastly, just the one Plunder Patrol booty. Super crisp. Moving on to the extra deck. I like one Almirage. This is a proxy Almirage. This is a Salamangreat Almirage. It reads. All it takes is one normal summon monster 1000 or less attack. I cannot find my Almirage, so that's what that is. Now moving on to the cards I do have. 3 Blackbeard, the bread and butter of the deck. This card does so much for you. It tags into your plunder ships, and also draws you a card. It draws you into more plunder names to proc your effects. It draws you into hand traps. This card is very, very good. You have to play it at 3. Last thing once we play is one Geonator Transverser. I love this card in Plunder. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've nibbed my opponent, and they ended like a really huge token, and I purposely placed the token in the in a spot that this card can point to. And now I have Nib on board. I have normal summon Whitebeard. Use Whitebeard and a Nib to make Geonator. Whitebeard effect is going to activate to summon Golden Hair with 0 attack here in attack mode. And I switch control of the big Nib token and Golden Hair and swing into my Golden Hair and just do tons of damage. I've ended many games that way. Geonator in this deck, I think, is a must. This card is crazy. This is it for the Link monsters. Moving on to our Plunder ships. Well, to our, I guess, yeah, sure. Plunder ships or Synchros. Let's move on to the Synchros. 2 Brain, the Spell and Trap Banish, the Spell and Trap removal card of the deck. This card is super good. It gives every other Fiend monster 500 attack. So this, in tandem with the field spell, your plunders get super huge. And when this card banishes a Spell or Trap, it adds a plunder monster from deck to hand. We have 1 Dragite. Now, I'm playing Dragite, and there's nothing wrong with playing Dragite. Dragite is a very good card, but I would be playing White Overwhelm if I had it. The cards you guys have seen me use in my Plunder in the Platinum series quite a bit at this point. Shout out to Wizard Word Gaming for for the spice on that card. But yes, this would be a white Orwell if I owned one in real life. But Dragite is fine. Dragite is a very good card. It's a spell trap negate while you have a water monster in your grave. All your plunders are water. Should not run into an issue there. Move on to our Xyz monsters. We have one Toad. Shout out to Splight. Got this card banned in the OCG. One Shark to go into the Toad. We have two Plunder Patrol Ship Mower. This is the monster banish, and that adds a Plunder spell or trap from deck to hand after you banish. This is your removal. This is your and it can only banish an effect monster, so you have to be careful. Like when you nib your opponent, that you have a way to like out the token if it's too big, because you cannot Mowork banish it off the board because Mowork can only banish effect monsters. And lastly, we have one Zeus. Comes up sometimes. I feel like it's a nice option to have. You're never getting more than one send off of it for the most part, but I do think it's still worth. I mean, I think it's worth playing. It's not super necessary, but I think it's just a nice, option to have. And lastly, we have two Plunder Patrol Ship lists. I love this card. I wish that every Plunder monster was worded like this card. So for let me show you guys. For Brand and for Mowork, these cards have to be equipped with a Plunder card in order to be quick effects. So if your opponent, has some type of spell trap removal and gets rid of the equipped Plunder card, these are no longer quick effects, which is, unfortunate. But Bliss is always a quick effect, but when it's equipped, you get to add a card. Add any Plunder card from deck to hand, which I wish all of the Plunder cards were worded that way. It would make this deck a lot better. But as it is, that is not the case. But that is the list, guys. I think the deck is very fun right now. I just think the thing with Plunder Patrol is always meta call, honestly. It's always about what other people are playing in the meta, because just how the mechanic works. And if, they give you attributes, really. Plunder Patrol is one of those decks. Once it gets going, it's really hard for the opponent to keep up with it and to recover from your interactions. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And with that being said, it's gonna be BravoYGO signing off. Peace.